Hi, good evening, subscribers, friends, families, and even those who have not yet made up their minds. I know that very soon you're going to come across to join Auntie D on the channel Motivates. Now, this afternoon, could be morning where you're at, evening, midnight, but I want to share with you guys the theme I'm going to be speaking on for the next few minutes is choosing our friends. Remember that this channel is motivation, and I use motivation, many different things to motivate myself. It worked, and I think I should be able to share it with others too, because we don't have any one particular rule which says we must use this rule to be motivated. Something that I may use, it might work, and you may use it and it doesn't work, right? But I believe in sharing because no one will know what will work until they try it, you know? And it can be fun if you put fun into learning, then learning will be possible. And then you become motivated to want to do more. Isn't that so? Yeah, man. No, how do we choose our friends? I'm not talking about intimate friends now. I'm talking about our regular social friends. How do we choose our friends? I can reflect on early days of going to school or going to college. You see a new student, you try to get to know the person in your class, or if the person is at the school on a whole, maybe not in your class, immediate class, but within the school environment, in another class group. So you try to be friendly. But there are times persons are not very friendly, and sometimes they are not sure, they're not comfortable if they should trust a person. So, in choosing our friends, I think one has to focus on time, adjusting. That's why I say time. Because imagine you're even from another community and you move with your parents, or even you as an adult move from one community to another, or a state to another state. No two persons are really alike. So we cannot use the same measurement to use on the same persons. No, I imagine, let us be fair. We see somebody and we want to get a little more knowledgeable about the person. What's the first thing we do? What's the first thing, guys? Think about it. I want us to have a little chat in this video, and you can answer yourselves there. And you can comment in the video at the end. No, I can look to say, the first thing we do is we give a smile. And a smile can be very inviting. A smile can be very pleasant, inquiring. And if you give a stranger a smile, I'm not speaking about people that you don't know on the road. Don't get me wrong. I'm speaking about someone in your community, maybe your neighbor, more or less your neighbor. Or if you're at college, you're trying to be conscious just the same. So first you smile. We all do smile. Even if we don't mean it, we smile. And the recipient of the smile may take it for granted that it's just a smile, or may just say, I can smile back too. And when it is returned, to me, it breaks the ice. Yeah. So right then and there's a little opening for one to negotiate. So the smile first, recipient response. Everything will not happen as a matter of fact, everything cannot happen at the same very first time. It's impossible. It cannot be real. Everything takes time. So you smile today, you may say hi tomorrow. Another time you may meet again, maybe in the supermarket, in the store. You may see, or maybe at a pharmacy, some are on the road driving. You may just wave hi. Then after that, sometime again, you may say, what is your name? I see you're new in the neighborhood. You know, where are you from? You don't try to make it look too embarrassing as if, what are you doing here? The tone of voice you use. Say, where are you from? Okay, and the person responds nicely. And you can also give your name and where you're from, or because you both of you could be from the same state. You don't have to know each other. And you could say, I'm living here a while now. Maybe the person newly moved in as a tenant, right? So you're trying to be very warm. Could be a neighbor, right? So when we do that, these things are like personal. And your birthday may come up, or you may want to share a birthday party, or you might want to invite the person over. So you may say, oh, my birthday will be tomorrow or next week on the 10th or the 15th of the month, and I'm going to have a little party. Would you be able to come? If she says no, or yes, or he, then you know where to go. Then you could in turn say, well, the person could respond now to say, mine will be X time. So right then and there, you'd both know the birthdays for each of you, right? Maybe she's a single mother, maybe she doesn't have any children. You will look into the case and you invite her to your birthday party. It can be just about anything, maybe a housewarming, you know. So we try to know persons, right? You can also find out from them, by communicating. Maybe you exchange telephone numbers. Maybe you talk about your days, your time in school, maybe your time at college. Maybe you both could have gone to the same school or the same college, or you know about situations from different schools and college. You may share some learning experiences or some good and bad times at college or at high school. It is always nice. And if you also attend church, that is another beautiful aspect. Then the person may not be a church goer. The person may be from another church, but it doesn't matter. I don't think one would use religion or denomination to separate. The fact is the person goes to church is beautiful. If a person does not go to church, still accept it's beautiful because maybe the person is not ready yet. We don't try to pry. Why are you not going to church? You should know we don't do that. Do you go to church? Yes. Which church do you go to? And she said, okay, I don't go to church, but maybe one day I'll come with you. Or you don't press it, you just leave it. But you just ask to make familiarity breeds itself in. Then you could also say, do you belong to any community groups in the community? And, community involvement. If there are any clubs or any associations that is worthwhile to help build a community, and the person could respond quite nicely. I would love to, but I don't know if any I'm new. Maybe you could tell them about the one you're in and invite them. You understand? And we also, you could even, you get the person's name and you could, maybe they're trying to say, oh, I know some person with that surname. Could you be related to them? They are from so and so. No, the person may say, no, I don't know those persons. You don't press it because that person may know who you're speaking about and does not want to open up any conversation about those persons, as well as the person is being secure, trying to be safeguarding by not putting out too much information. You understand? So, because remember, now the person doesn't know you, you don't know each other much, but you're trying to share, right? You're trying to let there's a calmness, a pleasantness between you both, or say between both families, right? And also, you could find out the age, you can observe without even asking. You understand me? You can observe because I don't like people ask me my age. No, I don't think anyone should go about asking that. But you may know the birthday. Okay, my birthday is the 15th of December or the 29th of June. You leave it at that. If they want to tell you or speak the truth or not, leave it there. That's my belief, right? And also, if the person has hobbies, what do you like to do in your spare time? What do you do? And the person may tell you, and you can also share yours. And within that moment of time, when you check it up, as I said, it cannot happen the same time. It takes time. because you may be passing each other and say, hi, hello, how are you? Hi, hello, how are you? For a good many, many weeks, until for some rare occasions you may meet, and by then you may exchange telephone numbers, that sort of thing. So, in choosing our friends, I think one should be very cautious, especially in the initial stage, because person does not want to invade in their privacy. No, they want a space. They want their space. They want their, they don't want anybody infringing. And some persons can be very safeguarding of their space. They do not want, and they don't, see, to trust a person takes a lot of energy and time. Because likewise, some persons can be very lippy, talk a lot, while the other person can be very reserved. And sometimes when they are reserved, they tend to observe more than the one who keeps talking. Because the one who is talking is not paying attention to the facial expressions, the gestures, and all of that. And maybe the person that is talking so much is not realizing that the recipient is not happy with the conversation. So while you're introducing yourself, you'll get to see whether or not the person is involved, is interested in what you're saying. Maybe they don't want to even have a conversation with you. Maybe they don't want to even have anything to do with any neighbor. But some people are very private. But because you want to create a warmth, you will try to make it appear. More so, if you say you're a Christian, you're going to want to extend that olive branch. You're going to extend that hand of friendship. Right? So, I believe, in truth and in fact, we all need friends. In sickness and in health, we all need friends. But there are times when friends do let down friends. And when we are choosing our friends, we have to be very careful. Sometimes, mark you can be very careful, and something happens and everything is gone out. All your little secrets are gone. But remember, never you give out all your secrets. Keep your secrets. Just share what you think you can afford to share. Because sometimes some relationship doesn't end very well and persons go all over the place with the little secrets that you'd have shared. Right? So guys, this is one aspect of us talking about choosing our friends. I hope you can look at the video, enjoy the video, make your comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. We have some exciting things to come and talk about and share. So see you in my next video. Auntie D is out. Bye.